Okay, so there's been some breaking news this morning, um, and that's from Jakarta, Indonesia. Appears there's been a coordinated series of attacks, and the situation is ongoing. I've been following it predominantly on Al Jazeera, but also CNN and CCTV. So far, the report suggests 6 people are dead. The report suggests one of them is a police officer, 4 of them are attackers. So presumably the other 1 or 2 people are civilians. But it's an ongoing situation, and reports suggest that a theatre has been attacked, which obviously makes us think of Paris. This comes on top of the attacks in Istanbul yesterday. As I always say in videos about terrorism, it's too early to say who's responsible, but the Indonesian authorities had been tipped off by about or had intelligence about potential Daesh Islamic State attacks, and it looks like this has occurred. It's significant because this is the first major attack in Jakarta in 7 years. The last big one, from what, unless I'm mistaken, was 2009, the hotel attacks. So I'm watching the developments as they happen now. Was interesting. A spokesman from Human Rights Watch said, "Of course, it's important to cover it, and of course, it's important to recognise the civilian victims if there is civilian victims." But he also pointed out that every year thousands of Indonesians die from smoking, thousands of Indonesians die in road accidents. That was also a bit of a debate after the terrorist attacks we've had in Britain. But I think the thing about terrorism is it is man-made, um, and it strikes in a way that long-term lung cancer and road accidents don't. Road accidents are tragic, but frankly, it's such a big problem that it's not really news. When terrorism occurs, there's malicious intent with it, whereas with road accidents, that's just it. It's generally speaking accidents, tragic, um, but has a different impact, certainly news wise. Um, so yeah, I'm just watching the situation. I hope it gets resolved soon. Sounds like 2 of the attackers have escaped. Um, an Indonesian person I know online actually posted about this. That's how I found out about the story. So I came downstairs to watch the developments. Like I say, this comes just on top of the attack in Istanbul, where 10 German tourists were killed. Terrorism plagues the world. That goes without saying. It is really the closest thing we have to a global war is terrorism itself, because that is the nature of conflict in the 21st century. No longer are we seeing conflicts which are pitched armies against pitched armies. It is these pocketed incidents or these atrocities. So yeah, I'll see what happens. Keep watching developments. My thoughts are with all those involved in this right now. Of course, it needs to be pointed out that Jakarta is a huge city, so 6 or 7 people dead in a city of 18 million. We do need to put things in context. Nevertheless, this is a significant incident, and I'm going to keep an eye on developments. One quick piece of news that is not going to get covered, so I'm going to say it here. Over 100 migrants died off the coast of Somalia a few days ago in a big maritime incident. It does seem that maritime incidents get massively overshadowed. I only saw that in one source, but I've no reason to believe that it didn't happen, because I know that maritime incidents just don't get the coverage generally, unless they're involving, frankly, passengers from first world countries. And that's a great pity. So that was a major disaster. 122 people drowned. Barely any coverage. I think that's wrong. Anyway, I'll leave it there, and I'll continue to watch developments.